Welcome to Course 2, Lesson 2. I hope that you ask yourselves one question before you're watching this video. And that question should be, have I seen 35 other videos in this series? If the answer is yes, you're doing it right. If you watch this video and you say something to me like this is going to be, we're going to start something new. We're going to call it Comment of the Day. Today's comment of the day is by some guy whose name I don't remember, but you know who you are. And he says, you know what would be nice if you put Romaji on every title so that I could read it. Now, he didn't actually say Romaji. He said Romanji, which made me scream at the top of my lungs. Why are you not paying attention? This is a series. And in a series, it means you are following an order. And I don't want to be too salty, but that's how I'm feeling right now. All right. Let's do this thing. Today we are going to talk about location words. Now we learned imasu and arimasu, iru, aru in their dictionary form in the last video or in the last series of videos, and we're going to use them today. But because location words is a new concept, we're going to not focus on that. We're going to be mainly focusing on des and then coming back around to that arimasu and imasu usage. Okay, what you're going to need to know for today is the hiragana. Ooh, almost said hiragana, but you guys already know hiragana. And I say that knowing that you have been through course book 1 or you've been through course 1 online, and that means that you have progressively learned hiragana, and now we are progressively learning katakana, and that's why it says right here, a, I, U, E, O in katakana. I'm so excited because in just about 9 lessons, you're going to know all of the katakana and you'll add that to your knowing of the hiragana. Very exciting. All right, let's look at some words. We have a lot of new words today. It's very rare that I go through this many words, but because this is a location lesson, you need to know all of these words. So let's just do it. Ue, ue, ue. Ue means up, above, on top of, anything to show something's on top of another item. The opposite of that is shita. Shita. Not shita. It's just like ashita without the a. If you remember, ashita means tomorrow. Shita means down. It means below. Naka. Naka. Inside. Inside. Naka. It also can mean in. Yoko. Yoko means side or next to. On the side of something or next to something. Okay? My, this means in front of. In front of. Ushiro. Ushiro. This means behind. And of course, you might already know these are kind of basics, but hidari. Let me see. Hidari will be in my hard side. Yes. Hidari, which also if you do the L thing, if it shows you an L, then you know left is on this side. That is an English trick that I have to use every now and then. Left. Hidari. Hidari. And migi. Migi. And I do want to apologize. My beard's a little bit long, but I don't know where the cable is to charge my razor. So I ordered an entire new razor. I ordered 2. One for the house and one for the office, because this is getting a little bit too long for me. All right. So we have all of these words that are very important for today. Ue, shita, naka, yoko, mae, ushiro, hidari, and migi. And now we need one more word, and this is going to be our object of attention today. It is tsukue. Tsukue, desk. Tsukue. All right? So when you think about locations in Japanese, we have this object. And the object owns the space around it. Okay? Now in English we say inside the desk, to the left of the desk, on top of the desk. We have all of our locations coming before the object. But remember, Japanese often is reversed from English, and this is exactly the case with locations. So remember what I just said, that the space around the desk is owned by the desk. So using that kind of mental technique, let's use no to say the desk's space, okay? The space around the desk. So whether it's on top, you would say tsukue no ue. That means on top of the desk. 机の上. Below, 机の下. 机の下 means below of the desk. Literally is what that means. Or below the desk. Ooh, went backwards. 机の左, to the left of the desk. 机の左 and 机の右. 机の右. I hope that is your migi. It should be your migi and my migi also. So now let's look at this and just kind of visualize again what we're talking about. We have 机の上. You would not just say 机上. You must connect the location using that no. Remember the rule. Can I have two words connected without a no? No, I think that was what I said. I think it was two nouns though. Ue is not really a noun. Or is it a noun? I don't know. Is that a noun? Someone answer in the comments. Let's assume for right now it is. When you're connecting two items. Let's change it up. When you are using a noun to modify another noun or another thing, you must have no after it. So what ue are we talking about? We're talking about the ue that is on top of the desk. So it's 机の上. 机の下. I think this is not hard. I think I'm thinking that you guys aren't getting it, but I know that you are because this is not a hard concept. So let's look at our star. I'm going to put a star in all positions around the desk, and I want you to mentally, I assume, by the way, that you've already done the lesson. I assume that you've already memorized these words. So I don't think it's going to be brand new information for those of you that are following through the lessons. So where is this star? And I don't need any other word except for 机の and then the direction word for this section. 机の左. 机の右. 机の右. 机の後ろ. 机の後ろ. 机の前 in front of the desk. 机の上 机の上 on top of the desk. 机の下 机の下. All right, so now that we know how to make a location, what can we do with that? Well, let's go back to the second lesson of course 1, okay, where we made simple sentences using a topic. Remember the rule of a topic marker. Everything before the topic marker is part of the topic, and everything after the topic marker is a statement or a question about the topic. So let's look at this. All right, so what do we have behind the desk right here? We have a giraffe. So giraffe in Japanese is kirin, kirin. All right. So if we want to say the giraffe is behind the desk, we're not going to use imasu. We're not going to use anything but des right now, okay? So using your advanced understanding for Japanese grammar, how would you say the giraffe is behind the desk? I heard you get that one. Someone got that one. キリンは机の後ろです。キリンは机の後ろです。Now, we learned in the prior lessons, we learned that we could say something is behind something or something is somewhere using somewhere ni arimasu. Location ni arimasu. Now, of course, this is a giraffe, so it would be imasu because it's alive, right? So we could say with exact same meaning, we could say, キリンは机の後ろにいます. Because the location is 机の後ろ. So after a location, we must put a location marker. Now, let's see if that long sentence follows the rule that we just set. Everything before the wa is the topic or part of the topic. Kirin wa? That's right. Yeah, we're talking about a giraffe. What about that giraffe? Everything after the wa is a statement or a question about the topic, which in this case is our giraffe. Tsukue no ushiro desu. It's behind the desk. Or tsukue no ushiro ni imasu. Still, it's behind the desk. Same meaning, right? Now, we could even make that a question if we wanted to. We could say, Kirin wa tsukue no ushiro desu ka? Kirin wa tsukue no ushiro desu ka? I mean, this is a really stupid question. I mean, I'm trying to imagine any time in the history of the planet, except for this lesson, where someone has said, is there a giraffe? Is the giraffe behind the desk? I feel like this is a really weird sentence, but that's what happens when you're learning a language. You gotta practice it a little bit, right? All right, so if it is behind the desk, you can just say, Hai, tsukue no ushiro desu. All right, let's work on another one. What animal is this? Wow, this is a lot to handle. We have to learn new animals. We have to learn new location words. Pretty hard. Difficult. But hey, look, if it wasn't a little bit challenging, it wouldn't be worth doing. I promise you it's worth doing. So this animal is called a kaba. Kaba. It's a hippo. Now it is baka backwards. Now I think you might already know that baka means stupid. Okay? So me and my wife used to call each other baka kabas. We just say baka kaba because it is cute. I don't recommend you do that, especially if your wife might be a little bit heavy. If your wife's a little bit heavy and you call her a hippo, even trying to be cute, wouldn't recommend it. All right, so where is this hippo? Kaba wa tsukue no mae desu. Kaba wa tsukue no mae desu. And again, we can say kaba wa tsukue no mae ni imasu. Kaba wa tsukue no mae ni imasu. Exact same meaning. All right, moving on. What kind of animal is that? That is lion. That's right. They use English for it. Lion. Of course, they make it sound Japanese. Lion. Where is the lion? Lion wa doko desu ka? The answer to that question is Lion wa tsukue no hidari desu. Lion wa tsukue no hidari desu. Okay. We can also say, we didn't actually talk much about it yet, but we can say it's on the side of the desk by just saying yoko in the place of hidari. So you can say, Lion wa tsukue no yoko desu. Lion wa tsukue no yoko ni imasu. All right, oh, my favorite animal coming up. This is a cat. Where is the cat? Neko wa doko desu ka? Neko wa doko ni imasu ka? Neko wa tsukue no ue ni imasu. Or, neko wa tsukue no ue desu. Alright? This is for you guys in Australia. Oh god, that was a horrible accent. I just want to apologize. I know that Americans, when we go to Australia, one of the number one goals that we have is to look at a kangaroo. But I've heard from many Australians that kangaroos are horrible and they are like rats, and many people do not want the kangaroos anywhere near them. But Americans are very, very excited about kangaroos. So that's why it's here, because I'm excited. I would love to see a kangaroo. Never, except for a zoo. Seen them in the zoo. So, kangaroo wa doko desu ka? Kangaroo. Again, another word that came, Japan didn't have kangaroos before we introduced them. So they just took whatever English word they heard first, that became a borrowed word, and they say kangaroo. All right. Oh, hey, I want to say one more thing, by the way. Let's go back. See this? Ra-ion. Because you know a-i-u-e-o. We're going to start filling out this katakana. All right. So where is the kangaroo? Kangaroo wa tsukue no. There's two possible answers. Kangaroo wa tsukue no migi desu. Or kangaroo wa tsuki. Tsuki? I said it's. I was almost going to say it's on the moon. Kangaroo wa tsukue no migi desu or yoko desu. Yoko meaning on the side of, okay? And that can be left or right. You might even hear a combination. I'm going to give it to you right now. You might hear a combination like this. Migi yoko. That means the right side, not just any side. And hidari yoko. That means also the left side. Okay? Here's a scary possible thing that could happen to you. What if there is a mouse underneath your desk? How would you say that? The mouse is, how would you say, the mouse is underneath the desk. Nezumi wa tsukue no shita desu. Nezumi wa tsukue no shita desu. Now, in the next video, we're going to get a little more detailed. Right now, I'm really only saying the mouse is under the desk. I'm not actually saying under the desk there's a mouse. We're not saying there's a mouse under the desk. We're talking about a mouse that we already know and that the mouse is under the desk. So that's a little bit of a different thing. We're going to talk about it in the next video. Right now, your main goal is to understand how these direction words work, location words work, not direction, sorry. And we want to know how they can be used in a sentence. All right, here's a weird situation. I'm thinking it could only happen maybe like in the North Pole or the South Pole. Penguin. Penguin is how you say penguin. And the penguin is inside the desk. Okay? So, penguin wa tsukue no naka desu. Naka desu. How would you say the penguin is outside of the house? Penguin wa ie no soto desu. We didn't even do soto in this lesson. We learned soto in lesson 7 of course 1. But now we can apply it to what we already know. How would you say Georgie, is outside of the school? Georgie wa gakkou no soto desu. All right. Let's do a couple more things. We're running out of time on this camera, so I've got to be careful not to have the video stop on me. So this is one more word that we need that we haven't covered yet. It's aida. Aida. Aida means between. And you have to do something special with aida because aida always has 2 items. So you have to say A to B no aida. That means between A and B. So A and B combined own that space. So A to B no aida. So let's look at where the star could be. Now here we have 2 desks. You have to say each desk. Tsukue to tsukue no aida desu. Understand? It's not weird at all to say that. Tsukue to tsukue no aida. So, where is the rabbit? Usagi wa tsukue to tsukue no aida desu. Usagi wa tsukue to tsukue no aida desu. Now let's make a longer version. Usagi wa tsukue to tsukue no aida ni imasu. Now ask the question, is the rabbit in between the desks? Usagi wa tsukue no... I'm sure someone got it. I screwed it up. Usagi wa tsukue to tsukue no aida ni imasu ka? Look at how long that sentence is, and we're only 14 or 15 lessons into learning Japanese. Very, very impressive. I will see you all on the continuation of this right now, where we're going to talk more about different ways that the sentence changes meaning depending on the order of what we do. I'll see you there in just a moment. じゃあね。